What's going on, guys? Um, so we're back for another video. I figured I'd show you guys how to farm some Baitcoins. Probably the most efficient way to do it right now during this St. Patrick's Day event. Uh, as you can see from the In Search of the Lucky Horseshoe mission, part of the mission is to use 7 clover coins for a Bully Grasshopper in Mudwater, Missouri. So we're gonna go ahead and go there. We'll check this out. Alright, and I believe we want to be here. Close that out. Alright, so it says that you can go up to the statue. It says you can exchange 7 clover coins for a Bully Grasshopper. We've got 228 right now. If we do this, we end up with 253. So that's what, 228, 38, 48. That's 25 grasshoppers that we get for 7 coins. And we can sit here, and right now we need leprechaun fish, which usually we use Drunken Worms for. You can catch them with Bully Grasshoppers, I believe. I mean, we've done it. It's not I believe, so you can catch them. You're not gonna catch them as often. You're gonna catch the rowdy bass more. I have a mind blank. But what you can do even is you can stock up on Drunken Worms, and you can switch off between Drunken Worms for the leprechaun fish, and then just use your coins for the grasshoppers. And even, let's check this out really quick. If you really wanted to, you can go in between, what is it? You can go in between Mudwater, Missouri and what was it? Lesni Vila, and get Drunken Worms there for 7 clover coins. And I think you get the same amount. I think you get 25 for every 7 coins. And then you just come back here. It's basically 17 coins, and you get, 25 of each bait. Now we'll go ahead and catch this leprechaun fish, and I'll show you exactly how many it takes. But you can do this mission over and over again, and I believe it's 4 leprechaun fish and 3 rowdy bass. So that's about 7. You use 7 bait and you get 25, because you get 7 coins every time you complete this mission. So you just keep buying bait, and it would cost you some money to go back and forth. instead of spending the money going back and forth, you can just back out to the main menu. You can buy a bunch of the Drunken Worms. It's 13 coins for 25. Or you can travel to the other destination, just spend a little bit of cash to get there, and you can just pay the 7 clover coins instead, and that way you can actually keep your keep all the Baitcoins that you have. Of course, it's going to cost you a little bit to kind of get started on this, but I mean, you spend about 26 coins, get yourself, 25 Drunken Worms, get yourself 25 Bully Grasshoppers, and you go in between here and the Lesni Vila, and you're pretty much set. Like, as long as you have the cash to go back and forth, which you probably be able to keep up accumulating the amount of cash that you need. Oh, that is not what we want. That's disgusting. How do we end up with that? That is not right. That's one thing I do not like, is catching the wrong kind of fish with Drunken Worms or the Bully Grasshoppers, because they, it's worse when you have to pay Baitcoins for them. But I mean, if you're getting them for 25 for 7 of the clover coins instead, that's a much better deal. And like I was saying, just doing this mission over and over again, like what, it's about 7, about four of, we'll say 4 of each bait, because I'm pretty darn sure that it's, you're using Drunken Worms for the Leprechaun fish, and then you're using Bully Grasshoppers for the Rowdy bass. I'm pretty sure it's 3 Rowdy bass and 4 of the Leprechaun fish. So if we just said it was 4 of each fish, and we'll say that you catch 1 fish that you're not supposed to out of every 5 catches, and we'll say that's about 5 times that you can complete the mission for each set of, each time that you need to buy a bait. You're getting 25 bait, spending 14 coins, which on top of that, you're getting 7 coins each time you beat the mission. So that's 7 times 5. You're getting 35 there. $35 of the coins. So you can even kind of stock up that way too. Like, you can spend, 14 coins on each area, get 50 of the worms, get 50 of the Bully Grasshoppers, out of basically 1 trip. So honestly, that's probably more than enough to pay for the cost to go back and forth between the places. Look at that, we got it done. $7 coins, and then we can just go back to the mission and we can start it back up. And see, it's every time it's going to be 4 of the 4 leprechaun fish and 3 rowdy bass. So yeah, kind of what I suggest doing is, I suggest you get, you spend 26 coins, maybe even spend, 52 coins, and you get 50 of the Drunken Worms, and you get 50 of the Bully Grasshoppers from the shop, the main shop in the, the world map. and then after that you just do this mission over and over again. When you run out of bait to do the mission, you just travel over to Lesni Vila. You go spend, 14 coins to get 50 more of the Drunken Worms. You come back here, you spend 14 coins to get the Bully Grasshoppers, preferably more if you can afford it, and then you just repeat the process. Like, you should be able to accumulate enough money to, cover the travel cost, hopefully cover the license cost. I've already got the advanced license permanently bought, so I'm not sure how much it actually is for the advanced license in Lesni Vila or here, honestly. Actually, we could check. But at the same time, I'm not sure how much money you'll actually get off of each. It kind of depends on how big the fish are, stuff like that. So, if we want to go to licenses. Oh yeah, we can only see this one, that's right. Oh, well, I mean, yeah, it's not bad. A 3-day license is $1,140. And then you'll probably be getting probably around 10 grand. So you'll probably end up actually going through a little bit of money doing this, but it's going to be so minute compared to like how many coins you're going to be getting, that it's going to be well worth it. I always suggest stocking up as much cash as you can for events like this. Of course, you want to have cash to buy your upgraded equipment and stuff like that, but once you get your equipment bought, that's, just suggest you go in between here and the villa, find your horseshoe statue like we did here. And actually, you know what? Hell, why don't we just go ahead and head over there? I'll show you where the statue is really quick. It's not that big of a deal to me. I'll take the hit for the cash, doing the travel cost, just to show you guys. There's only 3 more days on this event though, so I mean, I'm sure it'll come around again next year. The Lesni Vila. Oh, see, it's just a level 3 area too. So you could probably do this at a fairly low level too, which is great. I mean, they don't give you many chances to farm out Baitcoins, so any chance they give you to farm out Baitcoins, you want to take advantage of it. Of course, you want to try to make sure to complete the events that they give you, because the rewards are usually pretty nice. Like on this event, we got a jacket, like a little clover jacket. There's supposed to be a top hat to go with it. I'm not actually sure I'll be able to get the top hat, but here, so let's see, I believe, yeah, the horseshoe statues over here at the gazebo in the woods. So we'll just travel there really quick. And see, here is the statue right here. And then, so we got 164 worms. If we do this, that brings us up to 189. That's 25. And then if you really wanted to, like when you run out of bait at one place, you can, hit the statue up while you're there, travel to the next place, and then you just come right over here. Oh, this doesn't actually work that way because we got to catch more. I didn't think about that. So you actually do have to travel back to Mudwater in order to do this event to keep farming it out. But let's see how much it costs for the license here. Oh, see, it's not bad. It's just 850 bucks for a 3-day license. Actually, you don't even need you don't even need a license to come in here. You just need to pay for the travel cost, get the the bait from the statue, like we just did. Go ahead and leave. We'll see how much it costs us to come here. 120 bucks to come here. So it's super easy. You're gonna be gaining money. You don't even have to spend money. You're just gonna be gaining money, which is even better. Let's see that again. I can't even believe that. $120 travel cost. You don't even need a license coming here. You just come here to buy the bait. You go back to Mudwater River, which is a level 4 unlock, so it's super quick to unlock this place. It's gonna, you're gonna be more hard up for the equipment to actually catch these guys than actually paying for the travel cost to go in between the places, getting the baits, and the fishing license for this place, because this is where you want to do your fishing. You can't do this mission at the other place that we just got our bait from. Was it Lesni Vila? Yeah, you can't do the mission there. You have to do the mission in Mudwater. You're just going to be traveling over there to get the bait. And you already saw we caught the leprechaun fish with the drunken worms. I'll go ahead and show you one more. We'll catch the rowdy bass with the grasshoppers. Then you just run right up here. Pull out your bully grasshoppers, same location. You're just using let's check it out. You're using a number 2 octopus hook from Magfin. You're using your bully grasshoppers and your drunken worms to switch in between the leprechaun fish and the rowdy bass, and you want to make sure that your leader length is long enough that you're hitting the bottom of the water. You're at the bottom of the water because your bobber will be sitting sideways on your screen, and even if you can kind of see it, we're actually going to reel in a little bit. We don't need to be that far out. We can actually be pretty close to the shore. But yeah, this is super easy way to farm Baitcoins during this event. Like, I didn't even realize how profitable this actually is, because you're not even just getting Baitcoins every time you catch one of these fish. You're going to be gaining levels really fast catching the rowdy bass. because every rowdy bass is unique. Every leprechaun fish is a trophy, so you're going to be getting, and they're both worth, you get a Baitcoin for both, so you're just going to be stacking experience. This is actually what I'm going to be doing for the next few days, trying to get to level 50. I'm level 45 right now. Sometimes you just gotta be a little patient for these guys, but it's well worth it. Damn. So yeah, I'd say just about 26 Baitcoins to start. You just need enough to be able to buy one set of the Bully Grasshoppers, buy one set of the Drunken Worms, and you're well on your way to doing this. Really low level unlock. And look at that. Rowdy bass. And I know our gear, like our pole, we got a pretty high level pole. You don't need a super high level pole. We actually have not that one. We got the Caesar 23 foot. This is a pretty low level pole, and it's got 3 to 10 pound line. We're actually using an 8 pound line on it. It's got an 8 pound drag reel on it. We could actually use this. Let's go ahead and switch this out. Now I'll show you, just because not everybody has a level 34 pole that they can just go get, especially like at level 3, level 4. I mean, I think this is like a level 10 to level 15 pole, something like that. But it's really hard to go anywhere and do anything when you first start out. You pretty much want to start out at the first area and just work your way, gain a few levels until you can get a pole. Like, I really suggest this Caesar 23 foot. I loved this pole when I first started. And it should be more than enough to catch these guys. I think the Rowdy bass will probably put up more of a fight. And the Leprechaun fish will put up more of a fight too. But it's definitely doable. We'll go ahead and catch one of each with this pole just to give it a try. See what happens. I actually want to lower my drag a little bit just in case. I haven't used this pole very much, and I don't know how much these fish are going to put up a fight, so I don't want to break my line or something. Come on, fish. Any day now. Another thing too is, if you are a low level trying to do this, you want to try to have, the biggest fish net that you can possibly use. While doing this, you're gonna need a fish net that can hold at least a 30-pound fish. Because some of those rowdy bass get up to like 26, 28 pounds. So obviously you're going to want it to be able to hold a lot more than that at max capacity. So you're probably looking at about, I think, level 15. You get a somewhat decent fish net, somewhere around there. So, I mean, you're not going to come here and do this at level 5. It'd be a bad idea. But even at that level 15 range, whatever it is to get that fish net that you can actually catch these fish and hold them in your net, you're going to want to buy an advanced license for a longer period of time than just, a day or 3 days. You're going to want to try to get the max one that you can get. So that you can empty your net without having to leave the place and come back by advancing time. Because if you leave and come back, you're going to have to, pay for the travel cost every time. And that could actually eat up your money. If you're not able to hold very many fish. Oh, you know what? I just realized we're not even deep enough. Alright, that should be good. Let's check out the licenses again. So yeah, I mean, you might end up wanting to spend 10 grand on a month license, or at least 2,500 on a week license to be able to. Yeah, I would probably start off with a week license. Starting off with a month license might be too much, but you always want to make sure you're getting the advanced license, because like you can see with the regular license, you have to release uniques and trophies for the most part. I mean, it's just too many restrictions with the basic license. I'm not sure if there is actually restrictions as far as the um, rowdy bass and the leprechaun fish, because it doesn't say on here. So you might give it a try, but I mean, you might have to, it might not let you keep the fish. You might actually get fined if you try to. So I always recommend buying your advanced license. Alright, let's try this again. See, we don't even need to be that far out. 23 feet is fine. As long as you're next to the bank here, next to these cattails or whatever they are. And you see the bobber's just kind of laying there on top of the water. That's perfectly fine. In fact, it kind of helps us identify that the bait is sitting on the bottom of the water, which is what we want. So yeah, I'm just gonna see if we can catch one more of each fish. I'm actually curious myself how well this pole will do. I'm pretty sure I've caught in both of these fish with this pole. The leprechaun fish I'm not even worried about, but the rowdy bass, it is a little bit of a bigger fish. I believe I've caught one with this pole. I know they put up a lot more of a fight. But again, it should be all well worth it. Farming out these Baitcoins is a lot better than trying to pay for them. I've done my fair share of paying for Baitcoins. And they just keep coming out with more and more expensive licenses. It's another thing I recommend too, is when you can buy your advanced licenses with coins. Every one of them as you can, pretty much. You'll be able to just pay the travel costs to get places, and you don't have to worry about the license after that. You'll have it permanently. Come on, fish. Jeez, I wanted to freaking catch these fish. Maybe I need to be out a little bit further. Oh, well, that's a little bit further. This is gonna get annoying. That's a little better. Here we go, finally some action. I'm afraid to go up another bar. Looks like it's okay for this one at least. Yeah, as you can see, even with the leprechaun fish, it's putting up a bit more of a fight. So you might want to have a little bit better pull than this. I'm actually scared to try to catch the rowdy bass at this point. That fish is just gone. Yeah, I'm gonna say you probably want to have a little bit better pull than this when you're doing this. This is the funny thing to me is they open up different areas like sooner than you can get the equipment for them. And they make it really easy to waste your money for early game players. There's a lot of times early game you want to go check out all the different places, which, you know, a lot of places open up pretty fast, but then you don't have the right gear. You can't catch anything, so you're not making up for the travel cost or the license cost. People end up broke pretty fast. I want to fight with this fish for a half hour and it's going to be like 17 pounds. He'll get tired sooner or later. Maybe not before I get tired, though. I'm about to cut the damn line. This fish is gonna tease me. It's gonna come in and then it's gonna go flying back out there, I bet. Oh, look at that. We got it. Took long enough. 17 pounder. Isn't that what I said it was going to be? Yeah, the rowdy bass are much bigger than that. I'm not even going to bother attempting to try to fight with that thing. I still think it might be doable, but you don't want to fight with the fish for a half hour. That's... It'd be different if it was like a 300-pound fish. I'd be, a little bit more acceptable to it, but no, not a 17-pound fish, not even a 26-pound fish. I have enough fight with them with the pole I have on those, actually. So, I mean, like I said, you don't need to have a Brutus, but you're obviously going to want something better than that. So, just to recap, you want about 26 Baitcoins. Go to the world shop, the world map shop, buy one set of grasshopper or the Bully Grasshoppers, buy one set of the Drunken Worms. That'll give you 25 of each bait. Come here to Mudwater River. Come to this location. Get as much as you can. Get this mission done as many times as you can, and then head over to Head over to Lesni Vila. Get more Drunken Worms, preferably. I mean, you should be able to get 2 sets of Drunken Worms, and that'll get you 50 off of your 25 that you originally bought. Come back to Mudwater, buy 50 of the Bully Grasshoppers, and then just continue the process. Buy more of each every time you do it. You'll be able to farm up tons of Baitcoins. Once again, on the equipment, the rod and the reel, you're going to have to figure out what works best for you. Like I said, you don't need the pole I have. The pole I have is like a level 34 pole or something like that. Same thing with the reel. It doesn't need to be that good. You can probably get you can probably get an appropriate one at like not even level 20. But you're going to want to use number 2 magfin octopus hook. And then you're going to want to have your leader length long enough that your bait is sitting at the bottom of the water when you're fishing. Use Bully Grasshoppers for rowdy bass, and use Drunken Worms for leprechaun fish. I think that's pretty much all you need to know. Good luck. I hope that you got some good info out of this video. I know I said the same thing over and over and over again. You can just watch the last 5 minutes of this video and be completely fine. But yeah, that's it for me. I'll catch you guys on the next one. Peace out.